Hello and good morning. I am a couple of minutes early just because one of my New Year's resolutions was to rush less. So it's always nice to just have a few minutes before the big thing starts. And I will take this moment just to share with you. I have recently created a meditation podcast. So, whether you join today live, maybe you're joining it later on, if this practice resonates with you, then I implore you to check out my meditation podcast. It's Mood Meditations. Currently, it's only available on Spotify, um, which is really easy to use, free to use if you don't already have it. But it's also a cool challenge for myself to be doing these live meditations on YouTube, just kind of as a way to mix it up. Now, my idea with all of the meditations that I share is to kind of show people that meditation doesn't have to be boring. I think there's this big misconception um, that it's boring and that you're just kind of left there hanging alone with your thoughts, forcing stillness, and that can be quite scary. So, what I like to provide you with is different techniques. So, often I will introduce organic movement into a meditation. Often we will work with different affirmations. So it's kind of like finding places to put your energy. And today we're going to be using a technique where we practice this self-inquiry. So I'm going to be giving you a few different prompts where you will be questioning yourself. Now, I always say this in all of my, be it a yoga flow or meditation, whatever it is, there's no right or wrong answers. There's no correct or incorrect way to feel. And that's kind of the beauty of it. So with that said, what time are we on? I think we're on the half past. So with all of that said, we're going to get started. So today is a future vision meditation. Good morning, Gemma. So Gemma is here, and I'm sure that some of her amazing crew are going to be joining later on, and it's just always an honor to form a part of the GLC universe. So thank you always to Gemma for her motivation and support. So we're going to get started in a comfortable seated position of your choice. So I'm sat here on a chair, you might be down on a yoga mat, wherever you're at, be there 100%. And I invite you to close down the eyes and bring all of yourself, 100% of yourself, into this present moment. So dropping in, turning on, grounding down. The gaze is inwards. And we'll mark the start of this practice with a few rounds of releasing breaths. Now, what I want you to think about with this releasing breaths, anything that you don't want to bring with you into this brand new week, we're going to get rid of that with this exhale. Think of it as this cleansing process. So let's draw the breath in through the nose. And then exhale, let it out. Create that big, beautiful, potent release. Let's do a couple more like that. Now, you don't have to sync up with my breath. Just kind of allow them to fall out of you. Sometimes I like to let myself get a little bit growly. Like, let yourself get a little bit feral with these releasing breaths. Really let go. Okay, good. Now just sink into your center and allow your breath to just be easy, open. Your breath just nice and fluid, natural behind the scenes. And we're just kind of setting the scene for our meditation right now, setting the tone. So just see what comes up for you here. Like I already mentioned, there's no right or wrong way for you to feel. And so using this present moment to plant seeds, to kind of lay the groundwork, to build this stable, strong foundation. So just hone in on everything as it is. And this being here right now is priming you for what's next. So preparing ourselves for our future vision meditation. So we're going to lean in today to some self-inquiry. So I'm going to give you a little question for you to ask yourself as you sit in your meditation, and know that you have permission to kind of switch up your position if at any point you start to feel stuck. So your first question: what lifestyle would I like to lead? So just see how that question lands. You don't have to have the answer right away. So maybe think about a year from now, that lifestyle. How does it feel to live that lifestyle? So we're not necessarily overthinking it here. Overthinking is underfeeling. So how would it feel to lead your ideal, your dream lifestyle? What would that entail? So maybe you start to visualize your perfect day. How would that perfect day pan out? How would it feel? So really lean in to the feeling, the essence of your dream lifestyle, and just bask in that feeling, that essence, for a few more breaths here. So it might be that your lifestyle has more freedom. It might be the opposite, that it has more structure. There might be a stronger sense of community. So whatever it is, I'm not looking to spoon feed you the answers here. I really want you to personalize it, make it your own. Lean into how that lifestyle feels. And now find a soft sway side to side. So just bring some organic movement into your body. And this movement representing the flow of that lifestyle. Imagine like there's this luminous, productive energy moving through you as you shift and sway and rock. Just allow the movement to take on its own life form. And then guiding your way gradually back into your center. Let's find another releasing breath here, just as a little reset before we head on to our next question. Deep breath in. And let it go. Now asking yourself, what would I do if I wasn't afraid to fail or to make a big change? So again, just give yourself a second for that question to land. You don't have to have it all figured out. So asking yourself, what would I do if I wasn't afraid to fail or to make a big change? So lean in and just allow the answers to kind of bubble to the surface. And I want you to answer on a soul level. And you keep these answers to yourself. Like, this is so personal, this work we're doing here right now. It's sacred, soul level stuff. So in what corners of your life are you maybe hiding? Where maybe are you playing it a little bit safe? So just contemplating this here, keep the breath nice and fluid behind the scenes. Stay within this meditative state. Pondering these questions, that is the meditation. This is an active meditation today. So I ask you the questions and then you meditate up on that question to find the answer. So where am I playing it safe? In what corners of my life am I hiding? What would I do if I wasn't afraid to fail and to make big changes? And then re-invite that movement into the meditation and move with this energy. Imagine like you have slayed that limiting belief. You're making the big change. You're not afraid to fail. How does that feel? Allow that energy, that feeling to move through you here. And maybe you stay with the side to side. Maybe it's more of a circular motion this time. So find your way here. How does it feel to be finding your way, to be moving through life without fear? Free yourself from those shackles. And then reduce the movement. Guide yourself back into your center. And again, we'll reset with a releasing breath before we move into our third and final component of our meditation. So a deep breath in, reset, let go. Beautiful. So third and final question. What are my core values? So give yourself a chance for the question to just kind of sink in, let it land. What are my core values? So really what you're asking yourself here is, what's important to me? What do I hold dearest on a heart and a soul level? So your core values, it doesn't have to be just one specific thing. Your core values might be rooted in family, in career, in activism. So just take a little moment here to ponder that. What rings most true to me? So what are your those values? It's something that you absolutely will not budge on, your non-negotiables. And when we get really, really crystal clear on our core values, we're ensuring that we're staying loyal to our center. It's how we live an aligned life, to be crystal clear. What are my core values? And it's okay if the answers aren't obvious right now. If you're drawing a blank or it's still a little blurry, you can come back to this. Okay, so be kind to yourself. Remember, there's no rush. And now I want you to move again organically. Move from your most aligned, most truest self. Move knowing that you are, unshakable, that you are so firm, you are so strong with your core values. And finding the meditation within this movement. And move with a little bit more direction now. So starting to really see the light kind of paving your way. Move with that future vision. Keep going, keep exploring. Moving with this self-assuredness. I am on the right path. Affirm that with me. I am on the right path. You can say it out loud, or you can just allow it to play over a few times in your mind. And then again, you guide yourself back to your center. Take a reset breath, deep breath in. Let it go. And then getting ready to seal off our meditation. And just check back in with the present moment and affirm with me that I allow this chapter to be exactly what it needs to be. I allow this chapter of my life to be exactly what it needs to be. So just trust in where you're at. Trust that the story is developing beneath the surface, behind the scenes. And now bring the hands together at heart center, getting ready to close with one final cleanse. I thank you for sharing your time, your mood, your energy, and your future vision here today together. Now deep breath in. and let it go. Thank you. So thank you all. Remember, this is a meditation that you can come back to. Feel free to bring the journal out and make some notes. And also, this meditation is recorded over on the Mood Meditations podcast on Spotify. So thank you, and I'm wishing you all a very blessed day. Adios.